Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. It's time for Stephen Omojuigbe to motivate us to turn, I'm going to say this slowly, turn, something, something negative into something positive by making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you. It's good to have, it's good to be back here.
So where do we begin?
All right.
How do we start?
So what I found out is one of the biggest lessons in my life is that people who are unable to achieve their dreams or achieve their goals, that the problem is not a lack of resources. The problem is really a lack of resourcefulness. Okay. And that resourcefulness is bigger and much more important in the scheme of things than resources. So much so that even people who have resources who are not resourceful end up wasting their resources and not achieving their goals.
Wow.
And people who are resourceful, who do not have resources, eventually are able to find the resources to achieve their goals. So I'll tell you a quick story. So I was somewhere speaking, and a woman came to me afterwards, said, I've been trying to start a women's magazine for 2 years, and I've been looking for 250,000 naira to start for 2 years. And I said, how can you be looking for 250,000 to start for 2 years? And she told me the whole story, the kind of stories we hear. And I asked her, what exactly do you want to do with the women's magazine? She said, I want to inspire women, I want to teach women, I want to do this and that. And so I said, so the magazine is a tool for doing that. So why don't you gather 5 women in your church? Why don't you gather 5 women in your neighborhood? And for the first time, she had never thought about it. I said, if you had gathered 5 women in your church and you have started telling them the things you wanted to write in the magazine, after 2 months, you ask them to bring other people, you probably will have a group of 100 women, you're teaching those things. And then you can tell them, everybody give me 10 naira, everybody give me 1,000 naira. Let's put this in the magazine. And within 3 months, with resourcefulness, you will have your women's magazine. And she started looking at me. Like, she never thought about that. So a lot of people are going to wake up this morning who have dreams, who have goals, who have desires. And they're going to say, I don't have the resources to start. And they're going to sit in one place, and 10 years will pass, 5 years will pass, and they will still not achieve anything. But the problem is not the fact that they don't have the resources. They're not just resourceful.
Okay, so the general mindset, to the best of my knowledge, is, you go to school, after school, you graduate, and then you go out and look for a job. And then, so it's like a simple ABC process.
Yeah.
Now, there have been a lot of people who have done A and B, and for some reason, C is just not happening. And they're trying to just pick up the pieces of their lives without actually having those resources you're talking about. Like, for instance, what if I don't have a women's group? Or what if I don't know many people? Or what if I'm just not an outgoing person? How do I begin in that kind of case?
And that's a very great question, because say you want to plant 1,000 hectares of land with maize. That's what you need. You need a harvest for 1,000 hectares. But you have just one maize.
Okay.
Every dream has a seed. There is no dream that has no seed. You cannot say you have nothing. The dream itself is a seed. If you take one maize and put it on just 1 square feet, after 3 months, you're going to have one hair of corn. One hair of corn can be planted in 1 plot, and then you're going to have maybe a basket full of corn. And then a basket full of corn can be planted on 1 acre. Every dream has a place of small beginning. There is no, it doesn't matter how big the dream is, doesn't matter how large it is, there's always a place of small beginnings. So from the story I told, let me bring out 3 principles. Number 1, you have to be clear about what you want. What she wanted was to inspire women, not to have a magazine. She was confusing the tool and the goal. Okay. The goal was to inspire women. When I made that clear to her, she saw that there is a place to start that does not require resources. And then number 2, you have to have clear faith. You have to be so dogged, like, this is not something that it might happen. This is something that will happen. And then number 3, you start from where you are. Okay. You begin to do anything. Like, if you're watching us this morning and you have a dream, just stand up.
Okay.
Go to the library, go to the internet, talk to somebody stranger, keep moving. Whatever your hand finds to do in the direction of your dream, do it. You see, it's so easy, Titi, to move or to shift or to turn a car that is in motion. I mean, you drive. If a car is not in motion, you try to turn the tires, it's very, very hard. But once that car starts to move, it's so easy to navigate and to turn it. Once you start to move on your dreams, whatever it is you can do, if it is just to study, just to talk to a random stranger, just to talk to anyone, anything you do, do it, and you keep doing it.
I need to take us back. There are some young people that have not even been given the opportunity to dream. they've not been allowed to have that dreamer's mentality.
Yeah.
They weren't raised that way. All they know, I've interviewed young people before and they tell me, when I say, so what do you want? What do you want? They say, I want to make money. That's the only thing in front of them. So what do you say to a young person like that?
And that's a sad thing, really. And the greatest poverty, like I said, is not the poverty of resources, it's poverty of aspirations. When people don't have aspirations, it's really, really a death trap. But I think that's why we do this kind of programs, to let them know that it is possible for them to dream. Because anything you've not been exposed to, it cannot enter your heart. And so if they're there this morning, they're listening, we can also just say to them that you can start to dream. Now, money is a reward. Money is a reward for problem solved. I want to make money is not a dream. I want to make money is a goal or something that comes out of your dreams. What are you going to do to make money? What skills do you have? What capacities do you have? What talents do you have? What problems do you want to solve? What are your passions? What are the things that you see that make you hungry? What are the things that you see that make you excited? That's what your dream must be around. Your dream must be about using something that you have to solve people's problems.
Thank you so much once again, Stephen, for coming to
Always a
the
pleasure
studio.
to see.
It's Stephen with a PH,
yes,
right?
Stephen with a
That's
PH.
at Stephen with a PH
at Stephen
online?
with PH Live, yes.
All right. I can't wait to go online and see your comments and contributions. Please remember to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria.